And what I wanted to talk to you about today is food sensitivities, and in particular, dairy. So a lot of people are starting to realize that some of the symptoms they see in their body, whether it's acne or joint pain, is actually coming from food that their body just isn't quite able to process. One of the most common ones is actually dairy. Now, I recently found out that I can't have dairy, and it kind of put me in a tailspin because I started to realize all of the things that I eat all the time that have dairy. So I wanted to give you a couple of tips and some things that have really helped me as I take this journey on. So the first thing is protein powder. Whey is a form of dairy, and particularly if you have a very high intolerance, you can't have it. So that cuts out a lot of things that are on the market. I personally have started using Vega. Now, I like this one because it has a blend of plant-based proteins like rice powder, hemp powder. I also like the taste. And it does have the branched chain amino acids, which are one of the things you need for building after you work out. So there's at least one option that I know you can find in just about any store at this point. You can look for something else that is just pure brown rice protein, and those things are fine too. Just make sure you stay away from the whey-based protein powders. The next thing that I would recommend is, if you can get a hold of this book, Go Dairy Free by Alyssa Fleming, or check out her website. It is chock full of information. Probably one of the best books I've read in a long time. Now, one of the reasons I like it is because as you're trying to explain to your family that you can't eat dairy anymore, it gets really difficult. They don't always understand it. And this can kind of break it down. All the places that dairy exists, yes, that butter that's in your famous apple pie is going to be a problem for me now. And it'll give you some alternatives. So it'll talk to you about the almond milks, the coconut milks, and so much more. It'll tell you how to use those things. This book is also great because it covers egg-free and gluten-free. So in all of the recipe options and even in the information at the beginning, it will talk about those things. So if you have a number of allergies, this is going to help cover that. One of the reasons I also really like it, besides the recipes, is that it spends a lot of time talking about things that you might not consider. Like, there is a lot of dairy actually in supplements, in some medications, some skincare. So if it's really a major allergy for you, or you're just trying to cut it out because you're seeing the benefits in your body, this is a fantastic resource for checking that out. The last thing that I would really say is, don't make it harder than it needs to be. So as soon as we start to find out we can't have something, we want it. Of course we want it. So you were already eating clean before, probably, so stick to your whole foods and you're gonna be fine. And realize that calcium is not a problem. You will get it from all of those great leafy greens that you're eating, like your kale and your broccoli and your Swiss chard. So for the family members who are now telling you that your bones are going to be brittle, promise them that you are in great health, and now that you've cut dairy out, you actually feel even better.